The Legend of Zelda: The Hero of Time is a fan-made Legend of Zelda movie that was better than I expected, sprinkled in charm with a side of nostalgia. As the crumbs of the Battle of Thanksgiving 2023 settle and the fog of war dissipates, that I would ask once more for a piece of humble pie, if there's any left.
I should imagine humble pie is on the menu.
You may have heard that Nintendo announced a live-action movie of Legend of Zelda, and so, in anticipation for that movie, I thought we should review some fan-made live-action Legend of Zelda movies. So without further ado, we should watch The Legend of Zelda: The Hero of Time. Among other things, the music was great, the story was awesome, the eyebrows were crazy. Let's get into it. So we start off with a healthy dose of forced exposition. Basically, Link is taken into the woods and his mom leaves him there. He's left to be raised by children in the woods who age very slowly, and the trees. But Link isn't from here. So he is aging like normal. He's like 20 now, and everyone else is still like kids. I mean, there's adult kids there too. It's weird to explain. Just stick with me here. So shirtless Link spends his days fishing on a river and reconsidering his latest hand tattoo, which is poorly drawn with Sharpie. But oh boy, the places this little hand tattoo will take him. Just you wait. He is summoned by the spirit of the Great Deku Tree, who's like the leader of these small children. What's weird is that Link's stepmom is like nagging him the entire way, and he's like, huge. He's like 20 years old.
Now remember to mind your manners and speak slowly.
And finally, they make it to the Great Deku Tree, and it's giving off like some serious like Power Ranger hero villain vibes. And he's like,
"So get moving, Power Rangers!"
So then it's revealed that Link isn't like a forest kid. What? And he has a quest that he has to go help save like the kingdom outside of the forest. There's a tearful goodbye between him and his stepmom, adopted mom. And so she gives him like some money and like a dagger and stuff. They've got like a weird romantic chemistry in the movie. I mean, that's like maybe like a childhood crush in the game, but definitely not this. Then Link goes ahead, he gets lost in the woods, and while he's taking a nap, he almost gets robbed. And I just had to include this part because I feel like they practiced it for a long time and they finally got it on camera and they said, "That's pretty good. Check out this little movie does with the stick." Watch out, Ganondorf. Also, my headphones are acting up, so we're gonna... Next, we're treated to a cheesy map scene, and boom, magically we're in Castle Town. Great. Next, we meet a kooky shopkeeper named Honest Ivan, and he gives off big, I directed this movie, so I want to be in it vibes. Let me know what you think.
Well, hello there, young man. Not from around here, are you? I see you wandered in my shop from the marketplace. You must be a real sucker for a good bargain.
Spoiler alert, he did not direct it. But he does add the same charm that Miracle Max does in The Princess Bride. So,
the mutton is nice and lean, and the tomatoes are ripe.
Thank you, Honest Ivan. Anyway, Link buys a bow from Honest Ivan, and then he has one of the most genuine character moments, I think, in the entire movie. And I think it's really cool. I think this is one of the nuggets that just elevate this movie just above expectation. Okay, so
yeah, I've got some business to attend to. Stop by if you want, huh? Yeah.
I think it really captures Link's politeness, his quiet nature. They played it really well right here. And it just hit right. Of course, just like the game, Talon is trying to marry his daughter Milan off to anybody. They run a little farm called Lon Lon Ranch. So more on that later. Milan hits Link in the head with a frying pan. So they've got some quirky chemistry. So then Link sneaks into the castle, classic video game style. Zelda's protector, Impa, shows up, and she has the most forced accent that I couldn't place it, but I didn't know what was wrong with it. I'm not sure what happened. Here it is.
You do not know what the mark is? You do not know what it means? I will have to wait, I suppose.
And then because she sees his totally real hand tattoo, the Triforce, she takes Link right to Zelda. Which, I mean, her job is to protect Zelda. Don't just take some rando with a Sharpie, right? And then we finally meet Zelda, who the legend is all about. And it's a little bit sad because I think her microphone was broken for pretty much the whole movie. So every line of Zelda's is re-recorded over her saying it. It's rough.
You're a thief or an assassin.
But I would never.
I know that. But my father won't believe it. He'll have you thrown in the stockyard in a jenny.
One jarring transition later,
Feel free to come back anytime.
Link tries to open the Temple of Time with Happy Birthday on the Ocarina. This is something that is just one of those little nostalgic gems that they also sprinkled in there. In fact, there are whole YouTube channels dedicated to writing actual music that they can play in the game. Awesome. Good for them. So they go ahead and redesign the Master Sword, which is, it looks nice. It looks good. But then Link hears a voice inside the Temple of Time, and he looks around for far too long. Just for dramatic effect, I'm going to leave the whole clip up here so you can just bask in it. He gets put into cryosleep for like 5 years, and when he steps outside, Link is told that he has to go free these sages from Ganon so that they can unite their power to like bring him down together. So that's Link's quest now. 5 years was not kind to Link. I know he was in the temple the whole time, but oh my gosh, he comes out here and just chucks a torch right into a bandit's chest. While defending his long-lost Lon Lon buddies. Because of his act of bravery, he's given a horse, and he rides to Kokiri village, where he's gaslit by not Zelda for too long.
I was close with Princess Zelda. I helped her hide from Ganon.
Where is she? Does she still live?
She's gone.
Then he proceeds to climb Death Mountain for 10 full real-life minutes. And we get to enjoy this awkward interaction.
Thank you.
Beautiful. And finally he makes it to the volcano. Oh snap, a dragon! Which is actually more impressive than I thought it would be. They went all out for the dragon. But I will say this. For all the jankiness we've endured, my favorite characters coming up, I think the actress really put in a really good performance for it, and I think it paid off. After he kills the dragon, boom, fire sage, woo, she's free. And she is awesome.
The sages? Tell me, am I the first? Tell me, lad, whose side do you propose to be on? First you free me from my oppressors and then threaten me?
When they called, she showed up. She just hits her lines so well. Since we took so long climbing the mountain, we have to brush past like the last 3 bosses. So Link goes with not Zelda to fight a giant octopus, a giant skull, and a giant. And bam, now it's time to face Ganon. Note as well, Ganon's eyebrows have receded quite a lot. So props there. So the fight with Ganon is a little rough. The way that they shot it, they move the camera like this a lot, and so it's just really hard to keep track of who's who. But I do love a good sword throw, and this one delivered. Now after the fight there, Link has to go back and save Zelda from like 6 bandits that are holding her hostage. Apparently Ganon is a much better teacher than he is like a fighter, because these guys messed Link up like way worse than the Demon King of Evil. After this, like Link is beat, right? He is pretty much a goner. He's on his last breath. And Zelda's like, hey babe, could you do like one more thing for me? I would like super appreciate that. And so she like drags him back to the pedestal where he got the Master Sword to like put it back in, and that's supposed to like rewind time like 5 years.
Quickly, we must seal the sightless evil into the abyss from which it crept.
Nope, Zelda, don't. Oh. Okay, I thought you were gonna. And so, boom, bam, they're sent back to Hyrule 5 years ago, back to when Link wasn't obliterated. So then Link wakes up from the temple and books it back to his half-hearted honey, Zelda, in the castle. And they recreate the traditional end to The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time, where they meet back up as kids. But it's kind of weird because they're still adults, you know, so whatever. And then boom, bam, fade to credits. I think I'd give it 1 triangle out of 4. on my hand. But I think you should definitely watch it if you like Zelda. Sorry for the subpar audio on this next part. Like, the cherry on top here is that no matter like what role you get, if you keep doing these small little projects, you can grow that into something and, you know, meet people and develop your own skills as an actor or as a professional in some fashion. For example, right here, Zelda, boom, she's been in like some movies, right? Pretty cool. Over here, Adam, this is Ganon. He's been in like a lot of movies. More, you got it, right? And just two more, two of the big ones from this one. Jeff Rose was the lead castle guard. Like, we barely saw him, but look at this. He's in like legit things, you know? And the last one, we saved the best for last. Cooper Andrews played that giant for like 30 seconds. And he's been in like The Walking Dead, Nacho Libre, like so much. Shazam! So, I don't know. I just wanted to give some like love out there for, I know this feels like a low budget thing, but you're going to have to make some low budget things first before you can grow and become something bigger. But I think if you keep at it and really give it your best, I think good things come back to you. So, and I'm trying to make YouTube my full-time job, so if you like this content, please share it with your friends and have them subscribe. That would really go a long way for helping me get to that. That'd be awesome. I'd really appreciate it. So thanks so much for sticking around to the end. We got a couple credit scenes, and I think that'll do it. So, like a couple bonus honorable mentions. The king is just like a painting on the ground. They just like took an image with a transparent background and like turned on his side and like popped him down there. So that was kind of funny. Link has a lot of eyeshadow on like later in the movie, and maybe he's just like grizzled and tired from like fighting all the time, but I don't know. It's just an interesting choice. The windmill for Kakariko Village go one way in some scenes, and then they go the other way in other scenes. Didn't think I noticed, did you? But I saw it. I saw it. Okay, I saw you. And one last little note. I think in the Zelda movie, Link should have a hood, not a cap. Just trying to stir the pot a little bit, so let me know what you think. Okay, awesome. Bye.